All right, everybody, this is She That Exists, her story channel. And I promised a friend that I was going to do this, one of my divine companions of destiny. And so I just thought I'd have a little fun. And we are going to start with, are you being authentic? Well, it's a good question to ask ourselves. Are we being authentic? There's some of us, we have been holding back. We've been keeping it inside. We have been suppressing ourselves. I, for one, have suppressed myself long enough, and no longer am I going to suppress myself anymore. There's no reason to suppress myself. Sacred expression is up where it's at, and let's see what it's time to surrender. You read first, let's see. Okay. Surrender to non-action. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. How about that? Okay. How many of us just like simply breathe and focus on our own power? Like, I don't know anybody. Like, I never had a teacher. I never had, a guide. I did not have any parents that said, hey, simply breathe and focus on your own power. So let's do it together for like 20 seconds. Here, I'm on my yoga ball. And so let's sit back. See, okay. I'm in my pajamas. So yes, I'm being authentic. The world needs to know that real exists and it's time. And so let's simply breathe and focus on our own power and what that looks like. Here we go. Now, those of us who matriculated in a government education system where it was not real education, it was only indoctrinated illusion to condition us, to enslave us, we were not taught about our real power. So I'm going to pull from my creator cards because I think it'll be fun to pull another creator card because we weren't taught about our own power. Like, anybody who went to a government quote-unquote education school, nobody was taught about their power and who they are. So I'm here to help others reclaim their power and to say, what would you choose if you had nothing to lose? And I choose to speak out. I choose to voice for life. I choose to voice for children who've had their innocence stolen from them and their sacred essence stolen from them, who have been molested through pedophilia, through satanic sexual ritual abuse, human trafficking, sex slavery, and those of us who know that we have experienced that at some time in our life, we know who we are. And so my purpose is a sacred educator and soul guide to help lead others out from enslavement into true freedom, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in our hearts, to be whole self-functioning beings, not dependent on any person, place, or thing for our comfort, our security, so that we can know truly who we are and come back into our fullness and our knowing. I am going to leave it at this because I think good 4 or 5 minute videos with current attention span and what's out there is a really good thing to go with. And let's see, support. This is what I offer. This is what I'm here for, to offer loving, kind, caring, compassionate support as a soul guide and a sacred educator. And educate and etymology stems back to lead out. Educate means to lead out. So we've had all these false educators in government institutions who have not been leading the children out of enslavement, who've only been indoctrinating them with slavery. and not teaching them the truth about who they are and their knowings, feel free to contact me for a soul reading. There are plenty of us who have been lost and in the dark and just feeling like we're in a void, or just walking away, walking around and not truly knowing who we are. And it's nobody's fault. It's just the system that we were born into and the indoctrination. So those who are ready for the truth of their knowing, who